like me shining. Grinding, you know what I keep in the lining.
What's up, guys? How's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Eric, along with Mom here.
You're welcome.
And it's reaction night once again. If you missed last week's, we checked out Friday by Ice Cube, so make sure you go back and check that out. Tonight, we're heading to the year 2002. This is going to be the first time I think Mom has... Well, actually, probably not the first time you've ever heard these guys, but the first time you've definitely heard them on the channel. We're going to be checking out Grindin. This is by the duo Clipse, and it is produced by Pharrell, featuring Pharrell. So, the only song I can think of for sure where you would have heard these guys before is Justin Timberlake's very first single on his own. It was called Can't Nobody Love You Like I Love You. So these guys rapped on that song. So if you remember that was these two guys. But they are based out of Virginia, which is how they linked up with Pharrell, because Pharrell is from Virginia. They ended up getting signed to his record label Star Trek. This was the first single off their debut album, Lord Willin'. It is, like I said, two-man duo. It is Malice and Pusha T are their names, and they are brothers. They had a good amount of success around this time, and then Malice ended up going away from rap, and I think he became like a minister or something for a number of years, and Pusha just kept going like the whole time. It was last year that they actually reunited and got back with Pharrell and dropped an album together for the first time in...
Wow.
Yeah, at least over 10 years. So a very, very long time. And it did quite well, actually. So before we hear anything of that, I figured if we ever listen to any of that, we have to start with this one. But a lot of people, hip-hop heads, definitely know this song. I'm very iffy on if you're going to like it. It's produced by the Neptunes, so it's Pharrell, so that might make you lean that way or not, but... I guess we'll find out. Before we begin, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. And, of course, subscribe to the channel. So, the debut single from Clipse, this is Grindin' from 2002.
Yo. I go by the name of Pharrell from the Neptunes. And I just want to let y'all know
I'm your pusher.
the world is about to feel something that they never felt before. Come on.
From ghetto to ghetto, the backyard to yard, I sell it whip on whip and soft to hard. I'm the neighborhood pusher, call me subwoofer, cause I pump bass like that jack. On or off the track, I'm heavy cuz ball to your fathers, you can duck to the Fetty Gov. Sorry my love, but I'm seeing through these eyes. Benz convoys with the wagon on the side. Only big boys keep deuces on the ride. Gucci Chuck Taylor with the dragon on the side. Man, I make a buck, why scram? I'm trying to show y'all who the fuck I am. The Jews is flirting, be damned if I'm hurting. Legend in 2 games like I'm Pee Wee Kirkland. Platinum on the block with consistent hits, while Pharrell keep talking this music shit.
We'll get a quick pause in here. Any initial thoughts on this one?
The beat is difficult.
I had a feeling that is what you might struggle with, because you always talked about your brother playing the drums, and that's basically the majority of this. I will say, I don't know this for sure, but pay attention to some of the extra stuff that Neptunes add in during the chorus, and let me know if it reminds you of any other songs that you have heard Pharrell on that are massively popular, because I have a little bit of a theory. But yeah, that was kind of why I was a little bit iffy on it. Not to mention the whole song is basically about dealing drugs. So it was like, if she can't like the beat, she definitely ain't gonna like the lyrics. But it has Pharrell,
it's
so
not that I don't like it, it's just
coin
difficult.
flip.
It's difficult.
Yeah, it's not really like dancey or anything like that, but it was definitely very inventive at the time, which is what made it stand out and what made them stand out, where like they basically were just getting Neptune's production at this time. Like that's all you ever heard out of them. So All right, let's keep it going. That was Pusha. Now that we got Malice coming up here, I'm going to go back a second. And yeah, when the chorus comes back up again.
Patty cake, I'm the baker's man. I bake them cakes as fast as I can. And you can tell by how my bread stack up. Then disguise it as rap so the
That's
feds
Pusha
back
and
up. Watch it like my whip, like my chick topless. Doing a $1.6 with me in the cockpit. Grinding, cousin, I got hoes for a dozen. Even 11.5 if I see you keep it coming in my weight. That's just as heavy as my name. So much dough I can't swear I won't change. Excuse me if my wealth got me full of myself. Cocky, something that I just can't help. Especially when them 20s are spinning like windmills. And the ice 32 below minus the wind chill. Filthy, the word that best defines me. I'm just grinding, man. Y'all never mind me.
Does that sound remind you of anything?
No.
No? It will when I mention it. What? Oh, yeah. Like,
Grinding, you know what I keep in a lining. Niggas better stay in line when you see a nigga like me shining. Grinding, you know what I keep in a lining.
That's just
Niggas better
Pharrell.
stay in line when you see a nigga like me shining.
Okay, so yeah, that's just Pharrell being Pharrell. But during the chorus and this beat here, so my theory has always been the production of this song kind of led into or sounds very similar to the production of When the Pimp's in the Crib, Ma, Drop It Like It's Hot.
Yeah.
Because that song is mostly just drums, and then the chorus of this, that sound almost sounds like that, like mouth clicking sound in Drop It Like It's Hot. So I don't know that for sure, but both songs are produced by the Neptunes. They both sound kind of that way, so that's always been my theory anyways. So when we get to the chorus again, we'll see if you know what I'm talking about now with that sound.
My grind's about family, never been about fame. Them days I wasn't able, there was always Kane. 4.5, will get you in the game. Anything less
Days I wasn't
than
able,
goddamn
there was
sin.
always
Guess the way
Kane.
my watch got blue chips in the face. Glock with 2 tips, whoever gets in the way. Not to mention the hideaway that rests by the lake. Consider my raw demeanor the icing on the cake. I'm grinding like a cripple. Balance way through the hood, kids call me Mr. Sniffles. Other hand on my nickel, plated whistle, one eye closed, I'll hit you. As if I was Slick Rick, my aim is still an issue. Lose your soul in whichever palm I'm holding. One'll leave you frozen, the other nodding dozing. I'm grinding, Jack.
He's a rapper from the late 80s, early 90s, and his gimmick was he wore an eye patch. So that's why he said, as if it was Slick Rick, one eye closed, I'll hit you. Yeah, doesn't it? Sounds like that.
Grinding, you know what I keep in a lining. Niggas better stay in line when you see a nigga like me shining. Grinding,
I can't even get my
what
voice
I
that
keep in a
high.
lining. Niggas better stay in line when you see a nigga like me shining.
Oh, man. Plus the snap. Yeah.
I think that's all from a synthesizer.
All right, so
Keyboard stuff.
on the list of things I never thought my mother would say to me on camera, suggesting my voice to go higher tells me to squeeze my balls. So
Might help.
it probably would, but I'm not volunteering to do that, and I'm certainly not volunteering or allowing anyone to kick me in the gonads. But anyways, that was Grindin' Clipse featuring Pharrell. Overall, what did you think?
Well, it wasn't a definite negative. I didn't hate it.
No?
No.
I think that's quite a long ways from where we started, where if you didn't like something,
Definitely
you would
didn't
just
like
say,
it.
like, oh, I didn't like anything about that.
Yeah, no. I found some stuff that I liked about it.
I
I
think
just wouldn't seek it out.
we've been doing this for so long now that I think you've gotten to a point where you'll like seek out parts of something that
Yeah.
even if you don't like it, you might try to find something about it
yeah.
that you like.
Yeah.
But this was their debut single, so if we're ever going to hear any more Clipse moving forward, I think we kind of had to start with these guys, which usually any new artist to the channel, I'm just like, whatever, this one. This one, we'll play this one, who cares?
Yeah.
But a good start for Clipse here on the channel. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one as well. Make sure you come on back next week for another brand new song to Mom, and hopefully we keep the streak going. This one, I would say, is probably the closest we've come to a thumbs down in quite some time from her.
Yeah.
So
No,
maybe
it
we
wasn't.
will keep that going next week. If you want to see what she's checking out, make sure you join us for next Sunday night's drop. But that's it for this one. We'll see you soon.